Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. This is primarily a drone show. We'll be sharing adventures from all over the world. We hope to have interesting guests every week, and we're glad that you tuned in tonight. We'll be flying different drones in different locations. We encourage viewer participation in the chat. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Every week, we'll have another interesting guest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be sharing various adventures by our guests as well as myself. And thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly live Thursday night, and I have a mess going on. I'm dealing with a mess today. I had a tree come down on my house and on my cars, and it's really a mess here. So I apologize for being a few minutes late, but I have a great show lined up. I got two great special guests in the back room. They're enjoying the shrimp and lobster back there. And if you saw the Facebook posts and the YouTube post, you know it's Angel Santos from New Jersey and Gregory Kelly Jr., and he's a drone pilot from Virginia. But we're going to have a good time tonight, and I want to say thank you all of you for tuning in. Really, it means so much to me. And when you have this live stream weekly, it's a lot of work, believe it or not. The hardest part, believe it or not, is scheduling the guests, and I'm sort of ahead of myself right now, and that's a good thing. And I always try to find new, interesting guests to be on the show. A lot of you guys don't even know who they are. You know, they're not among our little drone community that we have. And I try to get police drone pilots and fire department drone pilots just to make the show that much more interesting. But I know you're going to love the two guests that I have for tonight. So, but I'm looking at the names in the chat, and I like I say, we have a loyal following. I do on my show, and we have it for the Fly for Fun show with Johnny and I. And, I could mention the other names of the different live streams. And you're all, well, not all of you, but most of you watch it. And as you can see, there are a lot of drone live streams. And if you need a copy of this guide, let me know. I'll get a copy, or, get a hold of Johnny, because this is Johnny Drone Flyer's creation, this drone live stream guide. But thank you again, all, for tuning in. And I think I'm looking at the list right now. I don't know if it went by and it jumped, but Scotty Jackrabbit, he's number one on the list right now up top. And Warren, he's right behind him. How you doing? But I think John, Connecticut Pirate, was number one, as he checked in early this afternoon. And it's always good to see John. We got Alan, Drone Views Media. He's watching all the way in Ireland. Appreciate that, Alan. And I look forward to your video. I know you said you were going on Western Ireland and do some flying. And I hope to get over there, as you know. It's on my drone bucket list to fly in Ireland with you, Alan. But anyway, we got Captain Joe in the house. He's watching down in Louisiana. How you doing, Captain Joe? And John Olson is watching right here on Long Island, because he lives 20 minutes from me. So hopefully I'll be flying again soon with John. And Brian, Waypoint, New England, how you doing? Good to see you. We had John JC flying. He's watching. He's in the house tonight. He's down in North Carolina. So excuse me. I still have a little bit of my upper respiratory infection. Might be the allergies too, though. So just bear with me if I cough. And Dominic, Northside Hawk is watching. He's watching all the way in Australia. How you doing, Dominic? Hopefully you're feeling all better. You know, you had a procedure done, and hopefully you're all better now, Dominic. Good to see you. But anyway, I'm going up the list. Just want to mention a few more names, and then I want to bring in my first special guest, um, because he's one of the best pilots in the Northeast. That's all I'm going to say. So, um, and we got Bob Dempsey watching, and I was talking to Bob right before the live stream, and I have to say he just come back. Him and his wife Audrey come back from a great trip to Japan, and he had posted out so many awesome photos. But it's good to see Bob. And let's see who else is in. I'm going to get back to the name shortly because I don't want to leave the guests in the back room much longer. So I want everybody in the chat, please, to give a warm welcome to Angel Santos. He's coming to us all the way from New Jersey. So, hey, Angel,
Hey everybody. Hello everybody. How are you? Hello
good to
chat.
see you.
Good to
And
see you,
you
Ray.
and you and you have some company with you
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah, the family. Yeah, yeah. Taking taking them to church real quick and then I'll be in the stream. I told them they have to be quiet.
Yeah,
So
well, it's
you
good,
guys want to be part you guys want to be part of the stream, you got to be quiet. No surround.
good, good to see everybody. Really good to see everybody. Um, but anyway, Angel, I want to say thank you for being on tonight. I know you
You're
had
welcome,
another
brother. It's an honor.
commitment and you're on your way there now, but you still squeezed in the time to be on the
No, it's
live stream.
my honor. I couldn't miss it. I couldn't miss that Ray. It's an honor
Wow.
being in your stream.
Well, I love flying with you, and we're going to fly maybe this Saturday, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I understand exactly what you're going through. So, I mean, I'm down to go. But I mean, listen, if you can't make it, I understand completely. I completely understand. And gotta
No,
solve
no,
your issues first.
I'll be there. Definitely.
Oh
I'll be
yeah, so
there
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Saturday.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm really down. I gotta get you while you're here. Before you leave again to Florida, because then I have to. Then the next time is when I get to the meetup, which hoping I definitely want to. Now I'm gonna make it this year, at least for 2 days. But I really want to get there. So I want to meet all the guys and just enjoy the moment. It's
Well,
fun.
I'll tell you, Angel, you are gonna love it. Meeting everybody, all these different drone pilots from all around, all across the United States, and then we get them coming from Europe now and Canada. You're gonna love meeting everybody.
Oh
They're
yeah,
all
oh,
great,
trust me.
great,
I was
great guys.
I felt like I was part of it when I was watching Bill's live stream on Saturday. I watched a lot of it stream and the raffle prizes and all that stuff, and it was fun. It was fun, and I was like, even though I wasn't there, I felt like I was there. Thanks to Bill,
Right. Yeah.
for that
No,
live stream.
Bill does a great job with his live stream. And people that can't make it, get to see what we're doing,
The,
and
the problem the problem is that now he's gonna have to do that every year. Now he's committed. He can't
he's
miss it now.
been he's been doing it and he does a great job. Yeah.
Yes, he does. Yes, he
So what
does.
have you been flying lately? I know you're a big
Well,
Avata guy. I mean,
yeah,
today
yeah.
you put up that the Avata is your favorite drone.
Yeah, I mean, sad to say, but I mean, listen, I love all my drones, but I've been finding myself lately flying more the Avata. I discover what a different experience that is flying that drone. I mean, it's a whole different experience. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my camera drones, and what I've been doing lately is combining the two. I mean, combining the videos between the Avata and the Air 3 or the Air 2S or the Mini. I've been combining those videos to put them together. But yeah, I mean, I try to fly all my drones all the time. I don't leave one aside too long. I always try to fly them. But yeah, I mean, I'm guilty as charged. I've been flying my Avata lately the most. I mean, that's the one that's been getting flown every time I go out there. That's the one I fly the most. So it's like I tell
Well,
people, once you get an Avata, you're gonna get addicted.
Well, when I came and flew with you in New Jersey, you flew the Avata at the Lambert Tower there, and that was very,
Yeah.
very cool. But now you got the Avata too, correct?
No, no, no. I got the same Avada. The problem is that before when even when you went there, that was like probably like the second time I flew. I didn't really experience a good flight with the Avada. So when the new Avada came out, I said, you know what, let me fly, let me try this. So that's when I started flying it more, and the more I flew it, it's like I'm addicted to it right now. I mean, hopefully I'll get the Avada too at some point, but I'm not rushing for it. I mean, I'm happy with the Avada one. I mean, it's a great drone. I mean, listen, like I said, I always tell people, no, not hating on the Avada too. Is a DJI drone, and anything that's DJI, forget it. It's the best, and sooner or later I'll get it. I'll wait for the refurbished ones. Cheap. I got all the equipment for the Avada, so I don't have to buy just the drone only, and I'll get it. I'll get us a backup drone eventually, but I'm
Well,
not rushing for it now.
you've been becoming quite the Avata pilot, FPV. You're really good
Oh
at
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I got a couple of friends helping me, especially Joe Fuller. I don't know if in the chat. Anytime I call him, and I have a question, he'll help me. Him and Johnny, and Joey's always telling me, listen, get off sport mode. So I used to fly manual mode, so now I got off manual. I don't fly manual. I mean, and normal mode. I got off normal mode now. I fly sports mode all the time. So once I get tired of sports mode, I'm going to manual. So all thanks to Joe Florio. Thanks to
Yeah.
that guy.
Joe is an incredible FPV
Yeah,
pilot.
he's always pushing me. He's always telling me, Angel, come on, you got to do manual. Come on, you got to do manual. I said, all right, Joe, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it. I'll get it done. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun drawing, Captain. I'm telling you, if once if you get to fly, I mean, we'll see. If it's not that windy on Saturday, I'll let you fly, and you'll see. It's I know you flew it before, but it's a whole different experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you get like the things that you could do with it. I mean, I've done videos going through the woods. I'm sitting down, I'm just going through the woods, discovering things, doing, it's awesome. It's really fun, and the signal on it, I mean, it's like super awesome. I never lost connection, and I
Well,
flew
that's
that
good.
drone away from me, and it's pretty good. I mean, like I said, I never had a problem with it. I mean, the camera, even the video quality I get out of it, I do
Yeah.
my own. I do my own settings. I mean, my manual settings in the camera. I don't use auto. So people got to get
Very
off auto. I
cool.
mean, listen, whoever don't have the time for it, it's fine, but got to get off auto.
Well, believe it or not, we got a question for you already. I know you can't read the chat as you're driving,
So you can
but
read
we
it
got
for
a
me.
question from Paul Brown. He says, "Can you give us an update on how your progress is going for your Part 107?" And he's so proud that you're going to go for it.
Well, I mean, it's been about a week or two, something like that, that I haven't, because of work, I've been busy, but I'm gonna get back at it again. I mean, I have to. I'm halfway through the course. I know a lot of information about it already. Um, I know I'll finish the course. Once I'll finish the course, I'll go over everything again, and then I'll be ready. I mean, I want to go. I want to go there, making sure that I'm ready to. I just want to go one shot and make sure I pass it. I don't want to. So, but I know I'm gonna pass it. That's gonna happen. I'm not gonna get that. I mean, I'll have it soon. I'll have that part 107 soon.
I know you
And
will. I know you will. No doubt about it.
anybody that's taken, I mean, just keep on doing it. It's a difficult test, but I mean, listen, it could be done. I'm sure
Yep.
it can.
And we
I mean,
got
I
we
know a lot
got
of stuff.
we got Ronnie in the house now. Ronnie, God bless America.
Hey,
Good
Ronnie,
to
how
see you,
are you?
Ronnie. How you doing?
Yeah,
And for
Ronnie's
those who don't
always
know it, Ronnie's sponsoring the fifth annual South
he's,
Florida Drone Meetup.
he's one of the
He
guys that's
agreed
always
to
coming.
donate his custom made wooden Betsy Ross American flag. So thank you to Ronnie for that. Really.
Ronnie's a good guy. He's the first one always. Every time I put a YouTube video, he's the first one there with a comment. So it's pretty good. That feels good to support.
And he comes
Awesome.
down with his lovely wife, Carla. So that's good. You get to meet them when you
Yep,
come to
that's
the
right. That's right. Yeah,
South
yeah.
Florida
Listen,
Drone Meetup. And we got TJ in the house. How you doing,
hello,
TJ?
TJ.
Yeah, good to see you. But if anybody has any questions for Angel or Greg when he comes in, you know, feel free to ask, and we'll try to keep an eye out for them and get them answered. You know, but let me just tell the people that don't know about the South Florida Drone Meetup. It's scrolling along the bottom now that we're going to have it on April 4th to the 7th, 2025, in Jensen Beach, Florida. and it's free to attend. We're not charging any admission, you know. And if you're going to come, please let me know. I'll add you to the list because somebody, their number will be picked and they'll win a nice raffle prize just based on your position on the list. And it's fun, it really is. And I got to say thank you to all our sponsors. We get a lot of sponsors that donate a lot of raffle prizes, and it wouldn't be a success without our sponsors. So, and the other thing I want to say is we encourage children to come. We really do. A big focus that we have is to get children involved in flying drones. And my saying is, let's get kids hooked on drones, not drugs. So, if you got any kids, bring them to the South Florida Drone Meetup. So,
Oh, this one's
but
dying.
anyway,
This
I'm
one's
so
dying to
glad
go.
you're coming, Angel.
And
And I
this
know
one is
you had,
my little one's dying to go there. He wants me. Take
yeah.
me to the
Well, I
meet. Take
hope
me
he
to the meetup.
comes. Definitely, I hope he comes. So, but anyway, so so you're definitely coming out to the Hamptons, right? This
Yes, I am. Yes,
Saturday. All right. Okay. All right. You might be losing your connection right now, Angel. Got no audio. All right. These things happen sometimes as you're driving. But anyway, but Angel's coming. So, and I'm going to have the pleasure of flying with him this Saturday out in the Hamptons on Long Island. So, but I'm sure he may pop in again. But in the meantime, I want everybody to give a warm welcome to Gregory Kelly Jr. He's also known as Kelly's Captures. And hey, how you doing, Gregory? No audio.
Yeah, my mic was muted. Okay,
Yeah,
we good
yeah,
now?
yeah. We're good
Hey,
now.
what's going on, Captain
Hi,
Ray?
how you doing? Nice to meet you finally.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I'm watching you from a distance. I see you
Yeah,
now. I see you.
yeah. So you've been flying drones quite a while, apparently.
No, actually, no.
Oh,
Salute
really?
to everybody in the chat. Salute. I started doing this 6 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. And what was your first drone?
Mini Three
What?
Pro.
Okay, that was your first drone. Yeah.
Yeah.
You still
Well, I
have it?
mean, if you don't count the little toy drone,
Yeah, I
I
know.
actually
Yeah.
I had one, and this thing it wet the bed on me. Uh, you know, you hook it up and it looks great on the box. It flew straight for about 3 seconds, and then it just went its own way. It went everywhere. I had no control over the drone. It was floating everywhere, flying over cars, and I'm about to have a absolute meltdown. And it finally crashed into a tree, it broke it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wow, okay, wow.
I know. I know. I mean, it's disheartening to buy the drones, and then they're hard to fly. Those cheaper drones, I
Ridiculous.
reached back and I got my first drone.
What is that thing?
This is
What
a
is that?
Spy Striker. But
Oh
look
yeah.
how good it looked on the box. You know
I
what I
mean, it
mean?
looks great. It looks great. Like, the ultimate flying experience until you lift that thing
But
off the
but
ground.
this thing had a mind of its own. Really, I'm
Unbelievable.
telling you.
Unbelievable.
And I gave up drone flying for 3 years because I couldn't fly that thing.
So you
So
quit. That thing made you quit. It almost made me quit. I'm
yeah,
serious, man. This thing flew over the interstate. Well, it's a highway, and it was like inches away from hitting cars. And I'm like, I'm going to jail. There's
yeah, yeah,
absolutely no way I can escape going to jail if that drone hits that car. So yeah, I didn't fly a drone
right,
for a while either. Yeah.
yeah. But then another friend of mine taught me how to fly a DJI Phantom 4. And
The
as soon as
Phantom.
he showed me how easy it was to fly that drone, the following week I went out and bought a used one.
Okay, yeah, old Phantom. I hadn't had the pleasure of flying one. I've seen a few in action, but I've never actually flown one.
Okay. And I,
Yeah.
I I still regret selling it, but it was just sitting on the shelf and collecting dust, and I finally sold it. So, what
Well,
else?
Ray,
What do you have any other drones, Greg? Do you like Greg or
uh,
Gregory?
whatever floats off your tongue better. You know, whatever
Okay.
makes you comfortable. I mean, I kind of people call me all kinds of things. Greg,
Okay.
Gregory. Some people just call me Kelly by my last name. You
Yeah,
know,
we have the
so
same
it's
last name.
okay. I know. I thought we were related, and I'm like, maybe
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
distant cousin, perhaps. Just maybe he's
yeah.
a distant cousin.
Right,
Maybe.
right.
Who knows?
You never know.
Yeah.
But
So,
anyway,
as far as drones, okay. So I have the Air 2, a regular Mini 3. I got that one because I didn't want any sensors on the drone. Um, and I kind of get loose with that. We have the Evo 2 V3 from Alltel, and now we have an Avata as well.
oh, okay. So you went
Yeah.
FPV with the Avata. Yeah.
We got some custom drones too. So I mean, so one of my business partners is a drone builder.
Oh, is
So
that right? Okay.
yeah, so we're kind of venturing into the custom drone realm as well. Just going straight manual FPV, and of course, I suck. I really suck right now. It's really bad. Um, my son, he sucks way worse than I do. But Jeremiah is a very, very skilled drone pilot. We partnered with him to do some local projects here. And he's just schooling us right now. He's schooling us on, some of the ins and outs, the difficulties of,
Yep.
flying manual. And so, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely a lot of fun. Yep.
Ronnie has a little question. He wanted me to post your channel, but you don't have a YouTube channel yet, right?
That's correct. That's
Yeah.
correct. We don't
Hmm.
have a YouTube channel, but it's coming.
All
It,
right.
it's coming. I'm pretty much running this whole operation alone.
Okay.
Jeremiah is doing his own business, and again, we partner together. My son, he's about to graduate high school. He loves to do this stuff, but like, it's pretty much what we're trying to do. Photography side of the house is really just a hobby. We're crossing over into mapping. Some of the more industrial activities in the
Yeah.
drone world. But yeah, man, I'm kind of just kind of doing it myself.
Well,
It's
we
a
got
lot
it.
of work.
We got another question for you. Can you read
Okay,
the questions or no?
let's see. Being so new to drones, how were you able to get your son involved early on? Does he make his own drones, or does he fly yours? Well, I kind of well, let me answer the first question.
Yeah.
My son is kind of like me. Like when I was a little boy, my mom used to take me to the airport. Man, I was fascinated by planes. We would just kind of that was like a outing for after church on Sunday. We would kind of go out to the airport. That was like my thing, and I was just enamored by the sounds of the planes, the size of them, and um, I was totally hooked. And then I started getting into remote planes, the RCs, and then I started getting into those massive styrofoam gliders. I don't know if you remember those wooden little airplanes. You could toss them and they glide a little bit. So yeah, I mean, that was me. And then I found out earlier in life that my son had this fixation with airplanes as well. And so I ended up getting him a little toy drone because again, I had no idea what this drone world was about at all. So I got
Right.
him a little bitty thing, and he flew the thing. The thing actually flew with him. It flew away the first time, and he tried it
Oh my
again.
God.
He learned how to fly with this little mini thing. It was so tiny. We called it Dexter. It's like this big, like
Right.
literally. And so he was like, you know what, Dad, I want a real drone. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. He got the Mini 3 Pro. And brother, it just reignited that passion for aerial experience. Really, I like to fly in planes and all that stuff. It just reignited it for me. So to be honest, he got me into it, and versus me getting him into it.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's a good story there. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I brought Angel back in. I know he's on the road now, but and now we can't hear you, Angel. Just to let you know, can't hear you. But
I'm back. I'm
so
back.
Greg, you have a production, a studio, or tell me about your business partner and everything. What else do you do?
Well, I'm a musician. I
A
play
musician.
piano. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Um, And I did have a podcast. I kind of just backed away from it. So the Real Greg Kelly Show is pretty much what you'll see if I kind of show up in a live stream, and I know people are like, who's that?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
right.
that's me. That's me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to be short with this because it's such a long process of thought when you figure out how I ended up going into the streaming and production studio type deal. I'm a free thinker. I come from a kind of wild community, and to where there is a particular alliance and an allegiance to black culture or hip hop culture.
Yep.
And so there's really no room for independent thinkers in this section of the world, and it's an ideological prison, if you ask me. So I was there, and as I look at the world and I look at that world while I was in it, making comparisons, I discovered what I believe was this theory of deception. I think we were being lied to, and so I started a YouTube channel, and it's just around this time I think Donald Trump was running for president in 2016.
Okay.
And I'm just a realist. I just watched the world. I knew a lot about Hillary. I had gained a lot of information about historically about the Democratic Party, and I couldn't.
We try to stay away from talking about politics, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
I
but that's
know.
how I got into it, and so I
Yep.
left. In other words, like I said, I'm gonna try to keep it short. So I left that entire culture. I
Hmm.
left the people behind it. Some of them were my family members, and I started a YouTube channel. Really just sticking my foot in the ground and saying just because I'm a black man doesn't mean I'm voting Democrat. So, and I,
Right.
I gave the
Yep.
reasons why, and yeah, and it kind of exploded in a
Yeah.
bad way. So
Okay.
yeah, and so I started producing music, producing streams for other people. A lot of people kind of liked the fact that I was into the video. I guess you would call that video artistry, creating ads and doing stingers for people and doing
Okay.
openings and doing commercials. And
Oh, really? Okay.
so yeah, I mean, I like the visual arts very much.
Very, very interesting. It is. I don't know if you know this, but I had a TV fishing show for almost 18 years. Yeah.
Fishing,
Yeah. I used to do a lot of fishing in my day. Yeah.
yeah,
And I said, let me start a TV fishing show. And we did it. We produced it and went all over the world filming it. But,
wow,
and that's when I wasn't a detective. I did that on my side job.
okay, okay.
So,
You still fishing, Ray?
yeah, I go fishing. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have a boat anymore. I had to sell my boat. But yeah, I fish when I can. Actually, I'll squeeze in a fishing tournament in August down in Florida.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever fished the Have you ever fished for the golden trout?
golden trout?
Yeah.
No, not golden, but rainbow and spotted trout.
Listen, you got to come to Petersburg, West Virginia, home of
Really?
the golden trout. People come from all over the world to fish these guys, man.
That sounds
Oh,
like
look at that.
I caught this on my return trip when I was in North Carolina. I caught this trout.
Okay.
And when you
All
get
right.
a monster like that, you got to put it on a canvas.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hope you put
definitely,
them in a
definitely.
skillet. I hope you put them in a skillet too.
No, we actually do. My cousin, that's on my cousin's property. He has the Watauga River is in his backyard, and they
Oh
promote
wow.
catch and release. They really do.
Yeah, I was telling
Okay.
Ray the last time we
So
flew.
you're into fishing. You're into fishing, Greg.
I like a good fish. I like to go fishing, man.
Angel, you like fishing?
I like fishing. Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you. My wife was last time she saw your videos. I showed her that you was putting the fish back. She was suffering. Like, why is he
Well, you
putting it back? Well, it's just a sport.
Put
That's a
them in the
good thing. What
you
we
skillet.
bet
got? Yeah,
you bet
exactly.
you better bring a fishing rod with you when you come out to the Hamptons, because we're gonna fish right on Shinnecock Inlet.
Yeah,
There, there's
yeah. I
good
was thinking,
fishing right there.
it's funny because I went to Walmart and I said, I should buy one. And then my son said, yeah, buy me one too. I said, all right, awesome. The problem is that I'm gonna have to be holding you because I don't want to fish to go and drag you. It's a little bit
Yeah,
tough.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, yeah, definitely. I'll try to buy one. But yeah, man, I want to go out fishing. My wife told me she wants to go out fishing. She She said, "I want to go out fishing, but I want to go out in the sea." I said, "You don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you're gonna be able to handle that, but I'll take you. It's all right."
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, well, again, back to the South Florida drone meetup. We finish it up with a fishing trip on that Monday. We do a Monday morning fishing trip on a charter boat, a party boat. So
Oh,
there you go, Greg. This is your official invitation to come to the fifth annual South Florida drone meetup.
so listen, I almost came this year,
I know.
and I didn't find out about it. Like I said, I just started doing this,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I didn't find out about it, and I could not get out of my work obligation for that duration. I was
Right.
so disgusted. I was so disgusted. Yeah, I was disgusted. That's all I can say. I was pissed off.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I missed it. So I was supposed to go and I never made it. I was so upset. Thanks to the other three.
Hey, hey, we got celebrity in the chat. Ron, RJ Ariels is in the chat. How you doing, Ron? Good to see you.
Hey,
And
Ron.
Eat More
Morning, Ron.
Possum. How you doing? Good to see you.
Eat more what?
Awesome.
Possum. Eat More Possum. What a name,
Hey,
right? For a
hey,
channel, right?
that's a negative. Okay, that's a
Uh-oh.
negative. Not eating no possums around here. Not doing that. I know
What
what they do. I know what those possums do. I'm good.
Oh yeah, right. Eat garbage. That's what they do, right?
Woo,
yeah.
boy.
So anyway, has anybody had any drone crashes that they care to share with the viewers tonight? I'll start with you,
Me?
Greg.
Well, um, okay. I had a Mavic Pro 2, the Zoom,
Okay.
and I crashed it in the Chickahominy River.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, it was a beautiful sunset over the river. It was nice and surreal. It was beautiful. I get up there, probably 80 feet, take a couple of shots, and just bringing it back in, man. And something weird started happening to my controller. And I'm looking at my phone, and the camera's kind of acting weird. And the drone is about 10 feet away, and it just falls out of the sky
Oh my lord.
right into the river. And
Oh
all I could
man.
do, Ray, all I could do was just look at it and replay it in my mind a
Oh
million
man.
times in a second. The drone just falling out of the sky. I stood there, I looked at it, I looked at the controller, and I immediately accepted it. And I just went to the car. I didn't utter a word. I was so
Right.
sick on the inside. I
Were
didn't say
you
nothing though.
were you by yourself?
No, my wife was with me.
Oh
And
boy.
she didn't say anything because I didn't say anything. she was she was looking at me like, is he gonna say something?
She said, "Let me not say anything. He'll get TikTok. Let me leave him alone. I'm not saying
I
nothing."
Yeah, that's exactly what she told me later. She was
Uh,
like, I looked at you and I'm like, nah, it's not time to say anything.
Right.
So yeah, that was the worst
It
one.
was
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good story.
yeah.
And
That's
I
Horrible.
don't usually ask about the crashes. Sometimes I'll ask the guests about their crashes. But what about you, Angel? Any
well,
crashes?
my Avada, yeah, like 3 times. But
Three
the
times.
Avada, yeah, but the Avada is that bird. That's a strong bird. I mean, I crashed it the first time I hit the swings in the park, right? I hit it flew right at 32 miles an hour right into the pole, the metal pole. And I mean
Ooh.
it picked it up, it flipped upside down, picked it up like nothing.
And it
The
flew
second
again.
time, yeah,
Hey
second time,
Merrill, how you doing, Merrill?
the second time I actually went, I brought the drone up. And then when I was doing the dive, I didn't have a chance to bring it back up, and it just hit the ground really hard. It just kept on flipping, and it went back up
Ah.
automatically. And then the last time I hit a tree. I was going on a tree and I hit it. Actually missed it. I hit the tree. But the prop guard broke. Not the actual drone. I mean, I always keep the prop guards. One of them broke, but nothing happened to the drone. So, but other than that, yeah, thanks God I haven't. The thing is that I always check my drones before I get them out of the house. I check the props, the screws. I mean, one little crack in the prop could make a whole difference when you fly a drone. That's the reason for the drone to fall. You got to check for any little crack. If I see a little crack or something or chipped on a prop, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna remove it. I mean,
Hey,
you gotta check everything. It's always good to check everything from the drone before you take off.
hey, Jack Rabbit, you stay away from that. You stay away from that YouTube channel, buddy. You stay away from there. Don't you be going around snooping around over there.
Yeah. Hey, V Dub, how you doing? Good to see you. Excuse me.
Yeah, but I couldn't imagine crashing one of them. I mean, yeah, it's listen, this thing costs a lot of money to crash them. I know it hurts. It gotta hurt. I mean, I still remember when I saw the first South Florida Dormito when I was starting at this. When I saw that Marcus Nano just went in the water, that hurt. I mean, it wasn't in my drone, so that was a
Listen,
rough situation.
I
Yeah,
didn't have that
I
Mavic a
know.
week. I didn't have the Mavic a week, and it was already drowned in the river.
Oh man, that hurts.
Okay,
Wow. That, that's hurts. That I mean, I feel it. I really
Yeah,
do.
yeah, man. Listen, these things they're expensive. They're not cheap. I mean,
Well, we
I wouldn't
always
that
mind if it was
recommend
a cheap
television.
joint, you know.
we always recommend get refresh or get State
Yeah.
Farm insurance for your
Hey,
drones.
look, and look, the refresh, I had it. But you know what? Because I could not
You didn't have
retrieve
the
the
drone.
drone,
You didn't have
I
the
couldn't
drone.
retrieve the
Right.
drone, so that it was just like the double slap in the face.
But
Yeah,
The
yeah,
they
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
ask for your flight records and all of that. Usually
oh,
they
I
ask
gave
for your.
I, I gave them the flight records, and they didn't care. They
Okay.
wanted the drone, and
Yeah,
then
I
because
know.
they couldn't get the drone,
Yep. I remember those
Yeah, they
issues
will. Yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
they won't. They won't. Yeah, they won't. I think it's probably a little different now. I mean, you know what? If you're using the RC right now, if you're using the RC, you also could put a SD card, and you could use the SD card for that. Nowadays, if you're using that. But I think it's a little different now. I think you could still, have a chance to get it even if it goes in the water. Just with the controller with the logs from the app, you're able to record that now. So I think it's probably a little different. So,
Well, I
but I
have I
mean,
have State Farm insurance myself, and I have 3 drones on the policy. I
whoa,
have
you're not kidding. I thought
I
you were
have
kidding about the State Farm thing.
no. You can get a separate policy for your drones.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, you can, yes, you can.
and I've yet to put my 4K on it, so I got to call them up and add this drone to it.
Imagine me. I have 7 drones. I
Oh,
mean, that'll be tough.
Well, I tell you what, like I was a big DJI fan until then. So of course I started looking at some of the Skydio drones, and they're
yep.
pretty good. They're pretty good, but their cameras aren't that great. Um,
You
and
got a new,
then
you got a new subscriber, Greg.
oh, hey, but hey,
I'm telling you.
you better
And
buckle your seatbelt, brother,
listen,
because that's a ride.
brother, I told you after this show, you're gonna have to go and open a drone channel. You're gonna have to
I
open one up.
will. Yeah, we're working on it. But so yeah, DJI they pissed me off with that thing because I couldn't get the drone back, even though the flight record showed that the drone fell in the water. So
Yeah,
then my son, he lost his Mini 3 Pro. It broke. We replaced it, but we had to refresh pack and I don't know what they wanted me to do, but pay for it. I'm like, well, I mean, listen, I paid for the refresh care pack. Like, what the heck is going on? So they finally got it repaired, without me having to pay for it. That was a nightmare. But the
yeah.
deal breaker was we went out to Great Falls, Virginia, and the Great Falls are there. And it just so happens just this much of it is right in some weird no-fly zone over DC, even though we're in Virginia. So we're out there, we're looking at them like, so maybe if we just kind of leave out and lift off and try to fly right that little skim right on the border of it and try to get the falls, didn't happen. Trust me, the drone turned around
Oh,
and
really?
came back home on us. I was aggravated. So then we just tried to take off right there at the park. The drones wouldn't even come on. And I said, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm itching in my soul to capture the Great Falls. So I went and bought the Altair. I went and bought the Evo.
Okay.
And
Yep.
so the
A lot
Evo
of
doesn't
people.
have the geofencing technology built
Right.
into it.
Yeah.
So I don't fly hot regularly. I mean, just so you know, I'm not a hot guy. I don't do that. I try to obey the rules. But once you lay your heart on Great Falls, Virginia, I don't know if you've ever seen it. Google that and look. Once you see it in real time and you're a drone junkie, you're gonna find a way to get in there. You
Mm-hmm.
just gotta do
Uh,
it. You know what
oh,
I mean?
I have a great falls over here by me, and trust me,
Right.
I fly
Right.
all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
The
just
great
gotta
falls.
do it.
I am
Hey,
I'm from
Jody.
Patterson,
How
so
you
I have
doing,
the Great
Jody?
Falls in Patterson, and yeah, it's like amazing. I love flying there too. I mean, you can't take off from there, but around there you could. So I mean, you could always get lens approval with DJI. I mean, I never had a problem getting lens approval. So
Well, this is a hot zone. This is absolutely dead. This is connected to the whole like DC area
yeah,
no fly zone. So the drone won't take off. You can't get a
yeah.
waiver.
I
And
mean,
the
that's why I
crazy
got
part is it's not one of those what's that called? The restricted area where you just
the
zero flying. It's not even in one of those zones, man, which is weird.
Right,
But
it's
right.
just a DJI thing. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
yeah.
Jeff Norman's in the chat, and he is a big Ortel guy. So,
yeah,
yeah.
I got the Nano. I got the Auto for a
And
backup. That's what I got, and
you
it's a great
fly
drone.
Ortel too. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
yeah.
my Nano Plus. I got my Nano Plus, and it's a great drone. I mean, I love it. Camera,
I
the
love
nighttime, and
Autel.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
love
wish
the
they would have kept on
Evo.
going. I wish they would have kept on. They would have kept on going. I mean, they were doing fine. It would have been good. They should have kept on going. It was really they were doing good. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, I have to say, I'm a DJI fanboy, I guess you could say.
hey, look at Barkley. Look at Barkley. What he said.
Where's this comment?
He said
Okay.
something about DJI
The
sucks.
word. Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Look, I don't
Max
think they
account.
I don't think they suck. Like I'm about to get my hands on the Avata 2 here in a couple of days. And I think DJI has its place, but being an enthusiast, being that guy that'll push the envelope. I mean, I'm wired that way. Maybe one day we'll talk about, how I really ended up, in this position in life because it's not always been easy. But one thing you could have always counted on was me pushing it to the edge, to the limits, and that's just the way I live. I don't think I could live any other way at this point. So DJI crippled me and said, "Hey, you can go this far, but no further." And I said, I gave him the double middle finger and said, "Nah, I don't think so." And that's been my attitude. If you say I can't do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a way to make
Yeah,
it happen. So the Evo just kind of opened up to me to the possibilities of just being able to fly, autonomously in a way that isn't restrictive. Like I said, I don't fly hot. If it's a no fly zone, I'm more than likely not in there. But again, Great
Yeah,
Falls,
it's not good
places
taking
like
chances. Yeah.
yeah, places like New Gore Bridge in West Virginia. Like I don't care who you are as a drone pilot. When you take one look at that scenery, you're gonna put your drone in there, and you got to get it. It's impossible to walk away without it. You're sick on the
yeah,
inside. Angel, I watch some of your work, man.
yeah.
I don't get to see you much, but I'm a fan. And
Scotty says
so
you got to get into FPV.
I'm there, brother. I'm already there, brother. I'm there. I'm in the game. So I'm fair. Like I said, I've been doing it 6 months, but I feel like I've been doing it a long time. I'm
Yeah,
really comfortable. I'm really locked in. And then the reason that I'm doing this, it leads to some sort of obsession. I'm not just
right.
I'm trying to build a corporation, and I'm having fun because what I do is really about fun. It's about my son because we haven't always had the greatest relationship, but I was determined to find a way to bridge that gap. And I believe, the big guy upstairs showed me the pathway to bring my son and I back together, and it was with drones.
That's
So
good.
this is
That's
not just a
good.
hobby;
Yeah,
it's much bigger than that
that
for
means
me.
a lot. That means a lot. But no, no, no GoFundMe's for me, RJ. No,
Yeah, I seen
no, man.
Yeah.
that.
But anyway, I got an FPV drone back there. Don't worry. I just got to figure out how to fly it.
Well, the Avata 2 makes it easy for you.
That's what I hear, and I see the guys fly it. I
Yeah.
mean, I love watching the pilots fly FPV. I really do.
I'll
Yeah.
get I'll get the Avata too. So I mean, I got the one. I mean, and listen, like I said, whether you have the Avata one, the Avata two, and this DJI, they're both great. Fly what you have make
Have a good night,
the whole
Lisa.
point. The whole point is to have fun with it for what you have. I mean, I'll get the Avata two soon. I mean, I'm not in a rush for it. I mean, I got the Avada one, but as soon as I get the opportunity, trust me, I'll get the Avada two. I mean,
Listen,
the
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 only
income is
reason that I'm going Nevada 2 is because of the 23-minute flight time per battery.
Okay.
there,
Yep. Hmm.
So you're only getting 18 on the original Nevada.
there.
So
Hey, Jeff, how you doing, Jeff? Good to see you.
Jeff, what's going on? So yeah, going back and forth with the drones and as far as the comparison, I mean there's some slight differences between the
Yeah.
Avadas, but it's not really major. I mean, I think you can do some acrobatics with the Avada 2 using the
I
Motion 3
mean,
controller.
like I
That's
said,
pretty sexy.
I personally, my preference, I personally like the Avada one for the fact that if it breaks, you could do your own. You could repair your own self.
Right.
And it's a tougher drone. I mean, listen, like I said, the Avada 2, I seen it personal. I seen it as a light drone, great drone. I mean, quiet. It's just my opinion. Listen, whoever has it, great for them. Power, more power for you. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna end up getting it soon. Sooner or later, I'm gonna get it, just the drone, because I have everything else for it. But my opinion, when it comes to build quality and a strong drone, I mean, the Avata one it takes it all the way. I mean, it's tougher, a little bit heavier. It's better in the wind. I
I,
mean,
I really thought you were going to say that the Air 3 is your favorite drone,
oh
though.
well, no. Well, when it comes to camera drones, the Air 3, yeah, is a boss. When it comes to camera drones, yeah, I mean that's my go-to guy. I mean, not leaving behind my Air 2S. I mean, that guy. I just flew the. You know what? I just flew the Air 2S the other day. Also, I mean, I can't forget about that drone. You put it in there, and you
Yep.
don't forget. It's like you forget. Oh wow,
I
this
love my Air 2S.
this
Yes.
air this drone is great. I mean, it's like you gotta fly, you gotta put it out there and see the greatness of that drone. That 1 inch sensor, and it's a great drone. But yeah, my go-to is the Air 3. I mean, yeah, it has the power of the Mavic 3. I mean, and it has most of the things that the Mavic 3 has. So, you know.
Well, Angel, I have one of your videos queued up right now, so I want to show a little bit of that before the show ends. We're having such a good conversation. I almost forgot the show. so, so let's show this video of you flying the Avata, a one shot. So you can narrate over it if you want.
Yeah, actually, I was trying again, thanks to Joe for it. I was trying the new, I ordered the new Gen Fan props. It's a 5 blade, I believe it's 3 inch. And those things, like it's a whole different ballgame when you put that to the Avata. I mean, I find in myself that it's more responsive, it's more
They
stable. I
are.
mean, the flight experience is yeah, it's like I truly recommend the Gen Fan props. Whoever can get them, they're really good. They're really good. And I went early in the morning before work, and I just let me just have a fun flight and see what happens, and that's what I got. So like I said,
It's a
any
great flight,
Avata.
though. Look at the way you're zipping around. You've come a long way, Angel.
Yeah, sport. I was doing sports mode. I don't fly any. My next mission is manual mode. So
Well, I tell you, that is a cool video. Really. Excuse me. But maybe
Okay.
I'll ask Santa for a Nevada this Christmas.
I mean, listen, you can really get them from DJI refurbished for like 600,
yeah,
maybe $50. But the thing is a tank. I'm being honest
yeah.
with you. It's a tank. It can take a blow and keep on rolling. It'll flip. You throw it into
Which one you
turtle
got?
mode.
You
It'll
you
flip
got the
itself back
you
over.
you got the one, right? The Avata one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That.
It's a tough drone.
Oh yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
I hit I'm telling you, my crashes. One of the crashes when I hit the pole, I was at full speed, and I heard the sound. I mean, I think everybody in the place heard the sound, and nothing happened to it.
You see Scotty's comment to you, Angel. Take the training
Oh
wheels
yeah,
off.
oh yeah, yeah, Scotty. Yeah, Scotty. I told Scotty eventually. Yeah, I mean, you're not the only one, Scotty. Joe told me the same thing. Eventually, I will. I will.
Yeah.
The
But listen,
training
On the
guys,
next
wheels.
mission.
let me just say, you guys have been great guests tonight, really. So I got to say thank you both for being on,
Oh
really.
no, my
And
pleasure.
you
No,
can
thank
you can
you,
just
Ray.
tell.
Yeah,
Thank you,
exactly.
brother.
Thank
I
you. That's
appreciate
right.
it.
That's right.
Thank you.
But I tell you, the hour goes by so quick. It really does. And we got to do the contest. for the $10 Amazon gift card. So now, and you guys are eligible because you don't know the lucky number. So put in your lucky numbers between 1 and 50, and I'll try to keep an eye out for them. And we'll see whose name will go in the hat this month. Nope, it's not number 10. No, I don't see it yet, guys. I don't see it. Someone's getting closer, though. Yep. Nope, nope. Oh, somebody's real close. Oh, man. Two people are real close. So, but anyway, but if you don't get it, I'll have to give a hint in another few seconds. But anyway, and hopefully I didn't miss it. But we got Paul Brown. He keeps an eye on the chat for me too. Once I say what it is, he'll say, "Oh, you missed it, Ray." Or maybe I didn't. But anyway, let's see. Nope, I don't see it yet, guys. I don't see it. Somebody's real close again. Oh, somebody got it. Yep, Jeff got it. Jeff Carolina Airshots got it. It was number 2. So
Holy
Jeff,
Jesus.
Oh,
Oh
Jeff,
my
your name,
God.
your
you
name
really,
will go in
They talking
you
for
about
really
the
us
had him on
getting
the
monthly
wall.
close.
You
drawing.
really had him on the wall,
Hey,
We'll
look,
go over it again.
let's stop the car. This man said we're getting close. I saw 38, 39, 40. I was like, okay, it's got to be in there in that ballpark. That was a good one, Ray. That was a good
Yeah.
one.
But anyway, thank you all for participating, and I'll pull the winner next week. So anyway, yeah. But now's the time for you guys to say your goodbyes, and I'll let Angel go first. And anything you want to promote, like your channel, Angel.
Well, I mean, my channel, obviously, I got the shirt today coming up. If you see, I posted on my Facebook, the Drone Guy 42 Adventures. I mean, listen, I always post videos. I go to different places and just like to show nature and the landscapes, different landscapes. And now what I've been doing lately is promote, flying the Avata and combining the Avata videos with camera videos and I mean camera drones and listen, the Drone Guy 42 Adventures. Subscribing out and I'll subscribe right back to you. I mean, I think it's all about helping each other out.
Exactly.
Grow different channels, and that's what it is all about. So.
Well, I
So
enjoy
listen,
flying with you.
thank you,
You-
and
you-
yeah, well, looking forward to Saturday. I'll be there. I gotta go to sleep early on Friday, and get up about 4 in the morning to start driving
right,
at 5.
right. But
Good
we'll
for
have a
you.
good time. Hopefully, the
Oh,
weather will cooperate.
well, up to now, yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful on Saturday.
That's what
So
they're saying. It's going to be a nice
yeah,
weekend.
yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful weekend, and hopefully we're gonna enjoy ourselves. I'm going up there with the whole family. So planning on
Good,
looking
good.
forward for having fun.
All right. And Gregory, thank you so much for being on. I
It was
really
a pleasure.
appreciate it. Nice meeting you. And now, whatever you'd like to promote.
Oh, I get to promote something? Oh, shoot. Well, listen, just so you know, other than, my old YouTube channel, I don't have a YouTube channel, so I don't really promote myself. This is what I want to put on the table, for all the drone pilots that may be in an area where you guys can meet up on a regular basis. Listen, me and Jeremiah have set our sights on the middle schools and the high schools, putting together. It's almost like, free flying day, where we take the goggles, we get, kids in the goggles and do ride-alongs.
That's
We do
great.
we do some instructional videos, and we do some hands-on with the little mini drones. We want to get the next generation inspired, because this is not just a hobby. This is a skill set that could build a future for the next
Yeah.
generation and generations to come. So I really encourage anybody that flies a drone in your neighborhood. Look, put together a little weekend event. Fry up some hot dogs or something on the grill. Do a little local marketing, and get the children involved, because there's so much danger in the communities. There's so much distraction and so many things that could take so many young people under. No matter what race they are, it's just the reality of the world that we live in. So if you could take one of these kids, boy or girl, under your wing, and teach them, just I don't even know what to call this. All I know is once the children begin to touch these drones, they
Yeah.
find out something about themselves and they love it. You know, whether it's
Yeah.
the photography side, whether it's the action videos with the Avadas, you know, in the goggles, the first person view experience, it has the potential and it has the power to change the trajectory of an individual's life.
Well
Um,
said. Well said. Really, Greg, and that goes right along with my theme of let's get kids hooked on drones, not drugs. So,
and not drugs. Yes, absolutely.
That's true. That's
yeah.
true.
But anyway, it's been a pleasure. We're going to continue to party in the back room, and I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for watching tonight. But just get out there, fly for fun, but most importantly, fly safely. And we'll see you again next week.